Well, hey everyone, and welcome to HC Conversations. I am your host, Zig. It is an honor and privilege to be here today. HC Conversations is a dynamic space where we're going to have the opportunity to dive into current conversations with different types of students, people, even some of our teammates here at Highlands College, just to keep you in the loop of everything that's happening right here at Highlands College and to make sure you stay connected. Now, we got a lot of things to cover, and today I'm excited to have two current students actually going into their sophomore year here at Highlands College, Avery and Kolby. They're joining me, and we're going to talk about what their freshman year actually looked like, how to build community, what does it even look like to step into Highlands College as a freshman. And so I don't want to take any more time. Y'all help me welcome Avery and Kolby to HC Conversations.
What's up, guys?
It is an honor to be here with you guys today. Come on, how we doing?
I'm good. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Doing good?
Yeah.
So before we get going, no one knows us. So
True.
I would love, maybe we do ladies first.
Yeah, ladies
Avery,
first.
tell us about Avery. Where you from?
Yeah.
What's your major? And whatever you want to share.
Yeah, I'm Avery. I'm going into my sophomore year. Like Zig said, I am a pastoral major with a minor in business. This summer, I am hanging out in Birmingham working. I'm originally from Clanton, Alabama, which is down south where the Peach is.
Oh, yeah, Peach.
Peach Park, all the ice cream. You pass it when you go to the beach. But I am in Birmingham this summer working, interning with one college, which is so fun. All the college students. And I am hanging out at my campus, Greystone. Shout out Greystone.
The Stone.
Yeah, that's about me.
Awesome. Kolby, come on, introduce yourself.
All right, my name is Kolby. I am a upcoming sophomore.
Yes, sir.
I'm from Clanton as well. I am interning this summer with Caitlin and Jesse under the one team, and then the Central Worship team as well. I am a worship major as well. So,
Great.
yeah.
Love it. So these are stellar students. Y'all are going to get to hear a lot about just their journey. And so let's just start first and foremost. I know for a lot of students, we're speaking to some right now who they may be in between, maybe not sure where they're going to go yet. Some that are current students, and we've got some that are definitely on their way to Highlands College in August. So you got to help us out, because I'm not a freshman anymore, guys. We got little grades up here, you know what I'm saying? And so I can maybe speak to some things that happened back in the day. But for today, let's talk a little bit about when you guys got here, specifically finding community. So you guys come from, not from Birmingham. You're close, but not Birmingham. And this whole thing of Highlands College, I'm in ministry school, which already looks different in itself. What was the first thing you guys did when it came to finding community and even just getting connected here at the college? Who wants to take it?
I'll take it.
Yeah, you can take it.
So me and Kolby are best friends. We've been best friends since we were 8. So we kind of already had that community. But one thing that my freshman class did, and we don't even know who did it, like it's crazy. They had this Instagram that was like incoming freshmen. So they would you would anonymously, it was HC Commits 2027.
Somebody just went rogue.
Yeah, we were like, I don't know who did this, but it actually helped us so much. And I still, to this day, don't know who did it. It was like send in a photo of you and like a little biography about you, and we'll post it. And so it was, and then they would tag you, so you could go and follow them on Instagram. Well, then someone was it was actually Abigail Coslow made a group chat for all of us, all the people that got on it. She would DM them hey, what's your phone number? And then would get their phone number. So the group chat got to 32, which is all you can have on iMessage. So then we had to move over to GroupMe. And it got to 100 by the time we got to Highlands College.
Hey, y'all a church plant around here.
So we were trying to just get connected, because we didn't want it to be awkward when we came in. And it actually helped so much. And then inside of that, we would FaceTime all the time. We would call. We'd be like, hey, what are you getting for your dorm room? And it was just so great to come in and already know who was coming. And so I know now they have accepted students days. You can go and see who's coming in with you. I think that's so cool.
That's amazing. I actually remember as a teammate working here, I remember hearing about that. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. They're doing their own thing. It's amazing. You want to share, Kolby, just a little bit about even yours?
I would say come in and get involved in everything you can. Go to all the welcome week events. Even if you're not the most outgoing, because me and Avery both were pretty outgoing. We like to go hang out with people. So I would say just get plugged in and go to as much things as you can to get community.
Yeah. So, well, let's jump in a little bit, because you mentioned something called Welcome Week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I do want to just dive just a tad into that. So students are going to show up on campus. They're going to move in. But what can they expect during a Welcome Week? I know y'all got to kind of rewind, go back a little bit. I'm moving into the residence hall, my dorm room. But when you got into Welcome Week, what does that look like? Just high level, if you were to tell somebody generally what Welcome Week looks like.
I would say it's kind of like a mini conference. Like you're moving in with people you don't know. You are going to different events. You're going to sessions and learning a bunch. I would like to say it's like a mini conference, but it's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
It's a good way. Did y'all have anything from Welcome Week last year that you're like, man, I really loved?
I loved the little sing-off that we did at HC Cinema, where we had little sing-offs and like skits. That was so fun.
Tell them about it.
So we had, I was. So I thought it was just going to be a movie night. Yeah. That's what my brain thought. I was like, oh, it's movie night. We're just going to hang out. It's going to be so fun. Popcorn, all the things. That was not what it was. It actually, they gave us this little card that was like a prompt. And then every group had one. And then you just like went and competed, kinda. You got like first place, second place, third place. It was really fun. Yeah. So you like plan it with your group, and then everyone gets together in the HC rec and does their skit, and it's so fun. Everyone's cheering you on. You're singing.
It was rowdy.
It was fun.
I was there. It's a lot of fun. So I love it because when you get here, like you're saying, Welcome Week, you're not going to be on an island.
No,
there are things that are planned for you, especially for those that are incoming students, for you to find that community. And to Kolby's point, like just dive in. And I know some probably are already thinking, oh, HC Cinema, you're going to make me do what in front of people?
Yeah.
It's a large
group.
It's
fun.
I love that. Okay. So commitment. You get here and so academics, and you've got all these different things that are available, all these different things that you're going to learn. And there comes a point where you've got to decide on a major.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about that because maybe you guys previously knew what you were going to major when you came here. Maybe you decided when you got here. Just talk us a little bit about your journey and how you decided on what you were going to choose for your major.
So I have sang forever, so I just knew that worship is where I wanted to be. And when I came in, I tried my best to go see like what the other majors did, like what they had like to offer. And I just ultimately knew that worship was where I wanted to be. And so that's where I got plugged in, but I can drop it off at Avery, and Avery can tell her.
I was meeting with one of my mentors in the bistro. Shout out Bistro. It's the best coffee shop. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And she was like, well, which one do you have peace about? And I was like, well, I don't have peace about family, but I think I have peace about pastoral.
Love it.
It's a good bit of
I love
time.
even just leaning into the mentorship, you know, and you don't have following peace. You know, those are things. I mean, she's dropping tips, bombs right now, you know, just making sure that you're following peace. And even in the moment, I love how you said that even in the moment when you didn't necessarily practically know what that was going to look like in that major, I don't know. I just know I have peace about it, and I know God's going to take care of it. And so, I think that's great. And so even I'm thinking about the major, and we're kind of diving a little bit deeper. Now I'm 2-3 months in. This thing has gotten real. I'm a part of the HC family. I'm
settled in.
And we know, that there's an enemy who is not pleased with you guys making an impact in the world. So let's talk a little bit about when it gets difficult. I know you guys could probably think, I could give you 2 seconds. You probably can think of a hard moment that you had this past year. I would love for you guys just to share some tips just about what did that look like for you, for what you feel comfortable sharing, and just give us some insight. Maybe give one of the students insight, like, first of all, is it going to get tough? And like when it does get tough, what did you do, and how could you encourage them maybe when that moment comes?
Yeah, I'll pick this one up.
Okay.
So, Zig, I think Zig knows a little bit about this. But, so at the end of the semester, I was like, this thing's getting rough.
Your first semester?
Yeah, first semester.
So you just got here.
Yeah, I just got here. I was like, okay, this is a lot. And at the end of the semester, I went home and had some tough conversations, and I was going to have to leave. After I had withdrew from Highlands College, I packed my bags and everything. I walked back inside, and a friend was like, hey, my parents feel led to pay for your school. Looking back now on that situation, it was like, keep pushing through, because you never know what God's going to use through your situation. So even if the schoolwork does get harder, even if you don't think this is where you're supposed to be, finish out. Don't give up too early, because God is always going to use things for good. So.
I love that. And I was kind of on the outskirts of that story and just seeing the faithfulness of God. But even beyond that, I think even going into the spring semester, I mean, there were challenges that came up. And would you say that for you, maybe it was just like you just realized the faithfulness of God even more?
Yeah, because I came in like kind of relying on myself to get things done. It wasn't like, okay, God's got this. God's going to get me regardless. Just lean on Him to push through.
Great. I think it's so good. That's grace. People sometimes, I think, maybe they have this idea that God is tough and He's just going to leave you out to dry. And you had packed the bags. You like, man.
And withdrew.
But it's so cool to know that you stepped out in faith, came here as a student to pursue a ministry calling. And when you said, I don't think it's it, God was like, you may say this is it, but I ain't done with you yet. And so I think that's really cool. I want to give you an opportunity to speak to this as well.
So I think if I had to pinpoint my campus, I was trying to figure out campus life. My first time coming to Church of the Highlands was when I got here in August. I had never attended Church of the Highlands. I mean, maybe for like Christmas services, but not like on Sundays. So I got there. I was trying to get plugged in, and I just could not find. But it was also, I was like trying to get plugged in with family, but God was trying to call me somewhere else. Like, I was trying to get plugged in with kids, but God was like, pastoral, this is what you're supposed to be, like events and stuff. So just trying to find where I was, like what I needed to do. Thankfully, you get put in a small group at your campus.
Shout out small groups.
Shout out small groups.
This is good.
Yes. Yeah. It was so welcoming. It felt like home. It was a place where I was missing family, but I went to my small group every Tuesday or Thursday night, had dinner there, hung out. The first semester, we just hung out. We played games. Yeah. Literally felt like family. But when I could not get connected to my campus, my small group leader was actually on staff at my campus. Right. And it opened up so many doors just getting connected with the staff. And the staff wants to be your friend. Absolutely. They want to help you. And you just have to be like, hey, I'm here. Like, I'm available. I want to hang out with y'all. I want to know y'all. Yeah. But once I got settled into my small group, second semester was the best. It was amazing.
I love it. You guys are just speaking to just even how sometimes it can be like this when you come in as a freshman. Yeah. But you just speaking to that the staff is there. Even I love, Avery, how you're speaking to the Church of the Highlands staff. Yeah. Not just those that are staff members at Highlands College, but even those that are at the campuses, many locations. And so I love that. I actually want to jump into something that it's a term that we have here at the college, the HC family. Yeah. And like you said, you mentioned with small groups at your campus, or whether it's during Welcome Week or you get in that HC Cinema group during Welcome Week, you find yourself in a family really quick. Yeah. And if you ain't a family person and you don't like family, you might be a little frustrated.
Yeah, too bad.
Because we're going to love you here. You're going to be accepted. You're going to get connected really well. Tell me, what is your favorite part about being a part of the HC family?
I would say, one, probably the accountability. Like, it's the best place. Like, me and Avery were talking about this. It's the best place to fail. Like, you can fall so hard here, but they'll pick you up just like that. And so it's my favorite thing is definitely just being able to successfully fail, if you think about it.
That's good. So I love that. So Avery, what's your favorite part about the HC family?
I'm going to say I love living on campus and hanging out with my friends. We literally say all the time, it feels like summer camp.
I love that. Okay, so all right, we're going to take a little rewind. Let's go back and let's think about, I can even think about what I'm about to ask you guys. Okay, so what would you do if you could grab your freshman self by the collar in a loving way? And tell freshman Avery or freshman Kolby, hey, I'm going to give you this advice as you're making your way into Highlands College, something you learned, maybe something embarrassing that happened, maybe something great. Like, what would you tell freshman self?
Looking back now, I would have told Avery Jones to meet with her professors. I didn't do that my first year. My first semester, I didn't do that. But second semester, I think I met with Professor Eric Parker for all the papers we had, and it made me feel less stressed. I wasn't up till midnight working on a paper every time because I was like, I meet with him at 9 a.m. Let me go ahead and have XYZ done so he can give me advice back on it.
Yeah. So it's summertime. Yeah. And I would love to hear you guys have talked about interning. You're staying connected and plugged in while you're here. Living in the dorms, living on campus while you're here. So let's talk about it. How do you thrive in the summertime? So it's a break. Some people take a break, but you guys are choosing to lean in. But speak to both. Like, what is it like being a Highlands College current student? What do you do in the summertime? What's some fun things to do? How do you stay connected? How do you thrive during this season?
Yeah, I would say don't pack your schedule too much because it can get overwhelming. So at the beginning of the summer, I was interning during the week, working and going home. And so it was real busy, but I managed my schedule, and I intern a couple of days, I work a couple of days, and then on my off days, I go to the lake.
Good. Oh, wait, one thing I want to add too, as Kolby said that. In the school year, you'll learn when you come to Highlands College that we Sabbath. Yeah. Sabbath is once a week. And when I came into the summer, I was like, do I still need a Sabbath? Like, I'm resting? Definitely still Sabbath. Highlands College does a good way of kind of creating that for us and allowing us time to do that ourselves. But in the summer, it's kind of like your own thing. You're like, okay, I got to take this upon myself. Like, nobody's holding me accountable. Like, it's a command, so let's continue to Sabbath.
I love that. That's good. For a student that's coming from here, that's coming from wherever, what advice do you have for them? Because
for the summertime?
No, just in general. Okay. I mean, they can't just jump in the car and go an hour and
I would
get on the boat. Like, what? Yeah, talk to them.
I would definitely say just plug in, even school year and summer. Just plug in, because I made it a big thing during the school year not to go home as many times as I could, because it's real convenient. It's 35, 45 minutes away. And so just making sure that I stay here so that it's like I'm away and that I'm getting the college experience here, and so that I'm not watering down my experience by going back and forth. Yeah. And so I would say, although it's hard because that I was so close, just making sure that you're just staying plugged in, and
when you stay plugged in, it's the sense of, people get a little homesick type of thing, and it's almost like when you get plugged in, it kind of covers you.
Yeah,
that HC
family.
HC family kind of brings this protection. And so, and speak to the nerves maybe of some of those that may be coming from further than Clanton, Alabama.
Yeah, so I even had a lot of nerves coming from Clanton, so I can't imagine coming like hours away. Like flying in, that would blow my mind. But one thing that a lot of my friends kind of like to do, I don't know, I guess it felt like home for them, they would come home with me. So when I would go home for like a weekend, they would come and just have a nice home-cooked meal, hanging out at home. So that was one way. Like, if you have a friend, just be like, hey, I need to get away from, like, Birmingham. Like, sometimes I need to do that. And so I'm like, I tell everyone, like, you can come home with me.
That's so good. Thank you guys so much for sharing your experiences. I know it's been beneficial to me. If I was a student coming in, this has been great. Y'all have told me about everything pretty much in HC. So thank you so much. I know that it's been beneficial to those. And if you are watching, come on back. Yeah. This is the first one, but we got more coming. Make sure you stay tuned into our social media and also subscribe to the channel, because it's only going to get better. Yeah. Thank you again to Kolby, Avery, and keep making an eternal impact.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.